The genomes of both human and Drosophila code for an amylase that acts on the same substrate. However, the sequence of nucleotides in the genes encoding the two is dissimilar. This is an example of which one of the following types of evolution. Let's look into these different types of evolution individually. The first talks about selection. So, natural selection is any trait which is picked up or favored by the selection which is exerted by the nature, and this could be of different types. Again, they could be directional, stabilizing, and disruptive. These traits, uh, they are selected based on the fitness that they provide to the organism. So in directional, only one of the trait is being selected over the period of time, and after the certain time had passed, the curve for the trade will look like as if it has shifted its peak from one side to the other. And because it is moving in a direction, it is called directional selection. So here, the point to remember is that it is a selection and it is selecting towards one particular genotype or one particular allele. In stabilizing, the selection is against the extremes. It is the moderate traits that get selected. So in a bell-shaped curve, it will always be centered around the mean, and you will have most of these traits around the medium range. As well as stabilizing selection. In disruptive selection, both the extremes get selected and the intermediate forms are selected against. So in this, you have two peaks for the morphological traits or behavioral traits, and that's why it's called disruptive. Now, this is about natural selection, but the neutral theory of evolution says that it is not always selection that has a role in evolution. There is also a role of chance, which is known as genetic drift, wherein alleles just get sampled by chance into the genotype under the allele pool, and it is because of very chance events. It's not because of its ability to confer any fitness, and because it is therefore it is evolving neutrally, it is called neutral theory of evolution. The other two types are called divergent evolution and convergent evolution. Divergent evolution is where you have organisms that have descended from a similar same ancestor but have now diversified because of their habitats. Diversification in terms of their traits, diversification in terms of their behavior. For example, fox and dog have both evolved or descended from wolves, but they look very dissimilar. They look very behave very differently. That's because they have uh, survived in different conditions. They reside in different habitats. So this is the type of divergent evolution where you have uh, descending from the same ancestor but different phenotypes now, and it could also be seen in a very simple line as that, because if you look at the structure of fox and dogs, they are very similar. So in divergent evolution, these organisms or whichever traits you look, they are structurally similar but they are functionally different, because that is as an adaptation to the habitat they are surviving in. Contrast to this is convergent evolution, where you have different groups of organisms that are descended from different organisms, different ancestor, but they share behavioral or morphological traits. For example, birds, butterfly, bats, they all fly, and that's why they all have wings. Now, when you look at the structure of the wing, they're all very different because they have all come from different ancestors. So, in very one simple line, convergent evolution have same function, similar function, but different structure. Divergent evolution have similar structure but different function. So, coming back to the question, you have human and Drosophila genomes, and you have an amylase which acts on the same substrate. Now, the functionality of the enzyme is same. They work on the same substrate, but when you look at the sequence, they are different. That means they have come from different ancestor, but they perform the same function, and this is what we have called as convergent evolution. They have converged to this functionality, but they have evolved from different organisms or different ancestors. So that's why the answer to this question is convergent. To know more about ecology and evolution, you can refer to this course on